Well, as you heard, the funeral mass for Pope Francis is set for tomorrow, very early, 4 a.m. At least that's when our coverage will start here on N2. The final commendation will be delivered in trusting Pope Francis to God. Following the funeral, the College of Cardinals will then begin preparations for the Conclave. And here you can see Pope Francis will be buried in a plain wooden casket and laid to rest in the Basilica of Santa Maria in Rome. The College of Cardinals, well, they're going to do what the Cardinals do. Let's welcome in now the CEO of Catholics for Catholics. Our good friend John Yep is back with us. And John, you know, there's this, and I guess I'm giving in to the temptation to go ahead and start talking about the future of the church. This is not the time. You know, traditionally, this is the 9 days of mourning for Pope Francis, and of course we are doing that. But it's hard not to pay attention to the Cardinals as they begin to show up in Rome. And my question for you, you know, this is obviously a modern time, and a lot of these Cardinals are plugged into social media. They probably are more aware of the conversations happening outside of the conclave than ever before. Do you think that will factor in at all to what goes on behind the closed doors?
Absolutely, 100%. We have an unprecedented decision to have the meetings, the pre-conclave meetings they began just 24 hours after Pope Francis's passing. So even, you know, the Cardinals, you know, they're walking and chewing gum at the same time, and it's possible for us too. We can pray for the Pope, but we can also have our sights focused on the next Pope because it's extremely important. So they already have begun the preliminary meetings, despite the objections of some Cardinals who weren't even there yet. They're like, come on, let's wait till we're all there. That was Cardinal Zen from Hong Kong, strong critic of Pope Francis. Nevertheless, they've begun. And we're waiting really for the date of when they will actually have that conclave. Probably around May 6th is when it's going to start. We expect a pretty quick conclave. I would say three to 5 days. So yes, right now, tomorrow morning, focused on our goodbyes to Pope Francis. He needs it. The guy definitely needs it, and I believe it. If he came back right now to Earth, he would say, "Y'all need to pray for me." You know, so I'm glad we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Let's also talk about what this means for the Catholic faith when you have 150 different foreign delegations, you have 10 reigning monarchs there, you have dozens of heads of state. You know, this, if anything, tells us the importance of the Catholic Church around the world.
You're right. I mean, if you think about it really, for the first 1,500 years, up until 1519, when the Protestant Reformation began with Martin Luther, Western civilization was essentially Catholic, and the roots are just so wired in there. And yes, you know, we've had different religions now across the Western civilization, not denying that, but the fact that it's in our DNA still, this matter to look towards Rome when that central figure passes away. Again, we're not trying to claim that this guy's a saint, by no means at all. In fact, we believe quite the opposite of this past pontificate. But you know, it is significant to have, like you just said, nearly 150 heads of state to show up there, and you know, it's a great moment too, first for unity for the world to kind of gather around this leader of 1.1 billion Catholics and send their prayers and goodbyes to this man.
Yeah, 150 different foreign delegations. I think it was 30 heads of state, 10 monarchs. Just an amazing amount of support. And again, this is about more than Pope Francis, of course. This is about, like what John was saying, it's about the tradition of the Catholic Church, the importance of the Catholic Church in countries all around the world. And as we heard from President Trump, too, an opportunity for a lot of these world leaders to get together. And I wonder, John, too, in the spirit of these types of events, if some sort of significant peace deal might be worked out. President Trump talked about that. We've got about 30 seconds left. Are you hopeful for something like that?
Yes, people have to pay attention. I've been in Rome, 5 years. Those meetings, those interactions that all those 150 heads of state are going to have while they wait for the funeral to actually start, those are significant too. So yeah. Huge moment, and you have Pope Francis on top, and then 50 yards beneath are literally the bones of St. Peter. So a lot of tradition there in the church. I invite you all to watch and pray tomorrow morning.
All right, get up early, make yourself some coffee, and stay tuned. John Yep, Absolutely. Great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, John.